Give back where you came from and support, the youngsters. I came from here. This is my community. I love my community. I always come back. I give back. I got to give a shout out to Walt Frazier, as well as, Hill, the OG Hill. I like to call him OG Hill. He doing this thing out here, and we made it to the big one.
18 minutes remaining in regulation of the 6A state championship. Still no score. And maybe we get it on cue. Naquan Wright inside the 10. And he's going to be pulled down at about the goal line. 51-yard gain for Naquan Wright has brought Carroll City to within inches of the first score of the game here in the 6A state championship. And it is Wright finishing off what he just did. So 3rd and 12 coming.
Here's the first time we've seen that formation that we drew up. Here it is to the right side.
Thomas get rid of it. He dumped. And it's picked off. Right on Drew Hartfield inside the late Gibson 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Good call. Haven't slowed us down too much. And a lot of balls on the ground.
And easily into the end zone for his second touchdown. Naquan Wright, final kneel down, separates Aubrey Hill from a gold medal. And there it is. And there it is, Aubrey Hill, 1989 to 2016. That has to feel so good.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Coach Hill has been preaching finish all year long. You finished today. You finished the season with the state championship. How does this feel?
It's great. We got to give all the credit to God. We'd like to thank him for the talent. And we've been through a lot of adversity. So I'd like to thank him for bringing us back together and not us separating. So I'd like to tell the community, thank you. Thank you for all the support. The ones who stay with us through it all. I'd like to tell them, and all the glory go to the man above. Thank you.
This program well put together because of that man, Aubrey Hill. He came back wanting to finish what he and his teammates back in 1989 could not. In fact, that's been the key word, finished.
A lot of people have never done it. You played for Carroll City, went to a state championship, and came back and was the head coach of Carroll City. What made you take the position at Carroll City? Because you was up the road coaching, weren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What made you come back down and take the role while you was already up coaching at, you was out of college, correct?
Well, I had just resigned at the University of Florida. So it was an opportunity to come back home. It was some, we had some transition in our life, me and my wife. And you know what? I was transitioning to find out what I wanted to do. And then I said, you know what? I want to coach high school football, and I really wanted to coach at Miami Carroll City. So it's amazing. Chiefs want to be a part of the Chief family. So I had some conversations with Coach Harold Baldwell, who's the athletic director. He was initially the head coach at the time and was going to take the athletic director position. And then there were more conversations, and obviously there was interviews. The whole process went in. But my biggest reason has always been, I want to pour into the community that has poured into me. I wanted to give back to a community that has always given to me. I can remember the teachers, always showing love and helping me from 9th grade to 12th grade. I can remember the community. I'm always going over somebody's house, getting a good hot meal. I'm always, after a game, us going to McDonald's and, celebrating the win. So, then having opportunities to have schools recruit me, my alma mater, University of Florida. And I really, really, truly believe that I look back and point all those back to all the help and the hands and the prayers and the blessings that I was able to have at Miami Carroll City High School. One critical thing that Coach Frazier told me, he said, if you try to do it exactly the way I did it, and talk like me, walk like me, and act like me. He said, you know what? It wouldn't be your identity. You know, it would be me. It would be Coach Walt Frazier. It wouldn't be you, Aubrey Hill. So
This is a good one. So you won a state championship.
yes, sir.
You won a state championship
Yes, we won a state
in
championship.
2016.
Yes, sir.
Your season started off, I think y'all lost the first 3 games. Or
Yes, we lost our preseason game and lost the first 2 games.
Walk me through that season, how you put that team back together. Just talk about that season, how you got to the championship, the mindset, what you had to do, revamp it. Because for me, you put Carroll City back on the map. You brought us back. You brought everything that we were missing back. So talk about that season, because everybody thought y'all was written off, and then all of a sudden.
Well, you know what? When you talk about the 2016 season, you really look back to the other seasons that actually built up to that. So to the 2013 season, it's amazing how you really look at, you know, you take a program, you get some keys thrown to you, and they said, hey, figure it out. And, you know, that was a time early on in 2013 where it was really talked about, you're going to Carroll City? And I was really perplexed, you know, when people said, oh, you're going to go coach at Carroll City. Why Carroll City? When I've always had that Carroll City is the best high school in the nation. So my mindset was like, yes, that's the best high school in the nation. And of course I'm going there. So obviously there was a transition, and there was obviously where we have not always been on the, you know, the level that we have expected. So the 2013 was a building season. The 2014 season was a building season. Then obviously through the community, through the coaching staff, through the players, you could see some signs that we're heading in the right direction. But in specifically talking about the 2016 season, we really wanted to, you know, have a national schedule. We had IMG on the schedule. We had so many different, we had Lakeland on the schedule. We had Oxbridge on the schedule. So we had so many different teams nationally, but obviously we feel the best football is played, you know, right down in South Florida as well. You know, starting that season off, we go to IMG, we lose the preseason classic. It was a well-fought game. We played Coral Gables, and our quarterback gets literally knocked out of the game, can't play anymore. So we're playing a freshman quarterback, and you know, we battle back. The game goes into overtime, but they eventually win that game as well. So then we get a quarterback who literally comes right out of basketball, and he was, you know, Marlon Smith was able to allow us to, you know, have a quarterback. When we go to Oxbridge, we still lose that game. So we're literally, you know, we lose our preseason game, we're 0-2. And, you know, clearly there are some disappointed kids, disappointed community, and disappointed coaches. But what we did a really good job of sticking together.
Big win by the Miami Carroll City Chiefs. A big touchdown by freshman running back, Naquan Wright. Great team win, offense, defense, and special teams. Naquan Wright, best running back in the country.
It was a great game. All I had, we stayed together.
You know, like in all great teams, you know, as crazy as they may be in the locker room, they love being around each other. We had a coaching staff that loved being around each other. So, you know, we knew, and we just felt that it was going to start turning. So we go up, and we have to play Lakeland, and they're one of the number 1 teams, or if not in the top 5 in the state, and we had to go up there on the away game, and we literally put it all together. Then, you know, you always try to win 2 phases. I thought we were good on 3 phases. We were good on offense, defense, and special team. And Miami Carroll City has always been known for great defense, and the defense actually shined that night, and we were fortunate enough to win. And that started the momentum. And then we literally went on a run, and then we just felt that as that run started to go, we just kept playing better teams and better teams. We were fortunate enough to win some games, and we just felt once we got into the playoffs, we would have been battle tested.
How did you feel in that moment when you won as a coach and you didn't win as a player? Like, what was the emotion?
Well, you know what? You know, in the 4 years while I was at Miami Carroll City, there were so many things that were so surreal. You know, literally seeing friends that you went to school with and their kids are now going to Miami Carroll City. So you're seeing some teachers who were at Miami Carroll City who either taught you and they're on their way out. Then seeing an old school that was demolished and now working in a new school. But some things that has always been the same is just the chief pride. The chief pride that was in the halls when I was there from 86 to 90 was still in the halls when I was there from 2013 to 2016. And the chief pride spirit still lives on. So I can be anywhere, literally, and I can see an alumni and I can say chief pride, they'll be yelling with pride, chief pride back. So to be able to be, you know, a alumni, you know, young man from Carroll City that had, you know, didn't have all the confidence going into the high school, but walking out of there as a young man and then getting into, you know, my job, my profession as in coaching, and to come back to my alma mater, you know, what I think is the best school and the best job, you know, in the nation, and to win a state championship there, it's surreal. I mean, there's no better feeling to see all of, you know, the alumni and all the people in the community coming up the road to celebrate on a win.
What's it mean to your community? Wow, I tell you what, we had a plan, we stuck with it, we're now state champs. It's great, we have our community here, all of our students here, got my principal right here, we're excited we're state champs.
10 years from now, when you look back on this season, what's the one thing that stays out to you?
Family, family. We're etched in history with a lot of great teams, but we stuck together after starting 0-2. And it's the resiliency of our players, our coaches, sticking together as a family. And then obviously we got good players, they made the plays.
This is the first state championship for Carroll City since '03. I mean, this is big because you're a Carroll City alum. I mean, how does it feel now? You play as a player, now as a coach.
Well, I can tell you this, it's a whole bunch of chief pride. I had it when I was a player, I got it now as a head coach. We're excited about the win. We're excited about winning the state championship.
Dog tag have any personal significance?
Yes, yes. The dog tag, it says, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, God is with you.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
congratulations, Coach!
Thank you.
All night life, all day life, offense life, defense life, run cheese life, got the stairs life, every sound life, every sound life.
I'm very proud of Coach Hill and the staff and what they've done, making great players, also great young men out there on the field too.
I want to say a little bit about Coach Hill, how he has impacted my son not only on the field but off the field as well. He instilled the love for education in him to let him know that it's not all about football. They have study hall, and my son really takes advantage of that. And I just want to salute the Carroll City Chiefs on tonight.
Oh, he's an awesome coach, on the field and off the field.
I would like to give a special thanks to Coach Aubrey Hill. He has did so many things for us, so many things for my son. He has paved the way. He has been that listening ear. He has did more than enough, more than what a coach should do. And I really want to say thank you.